There, that's just gonna get, say hello to my little finger. VSC. I don't know if the microphone even caught that.
Good morning. Welcome to the most dangerous show of the week.
Good morning. Welcome to the Sun Dragon Sideshow, the VSC edition.
What?
I'm just trying to get it all out.
It's okay. You seem rather perky this morning.
It's anxiety. Don't let anybody fool you. It's not. I'm not perky. I'm anxious, and that's me all the time, right? Hi, I'm Rebecca. I'm the owner of Sun Dragon Art and Fiber. And smells like it really wants to rain, but is not supposed to until late tonight, Brevard, North Carolina.
I'm Liz. I'm the minion there.
When do you think it's going to rain?
Tonight.
It smells like rain or snow out in Conisty. It's like crazy. Ozone. It smells like ozone.
It's just a cloudy, damp. We've been dry for the last week, like fire weather and all that
smells
stuff.
Like, you know
it's
you know what I'm talking about,
yeah.
right? So, yeah. Okay. So hi, we're gonna sell you yarn today. And this may not be our last bout of things you could use for the Ranunculus, but it's the last VSC day before the kickoff of the knit along. Remember, we said we're doing the knit along for the Ranunculus in April. April 1st is Friday, right?
Yes.
And she checks, I check with her on everything.
And my brain was like, wait, is it what? Yes.
Yeah. And some of you might go, but that's in 2 days. How can you don't have to start on Friday. You don't have to, some people have already started. So it's, and that's okay. It's just, it's all a little crazy right now. Everyone's very excited and I'm liking that. I'm just adjusting my color here. That's wonderful. If possible. The woman with anxiety says, everybody chill, which is just, I have no right to say that to anyone, but yeah. So if you want to order yarn today for a Ranunculus with the sale or anytime in this next week while the sale is going on, it's okay if you don't have it by the 1st.
Our knit-alongs are kind of designed as a loose conglomeration of knitters knitting the same thing within a range of dates.
Rough idea. I'm still doing the Echo Point, and that was in January, and I'm still not done. It's very much, it's like, hey, won't it be kind of fun if everyone is all knitting the same thing at roughly the same time? It is not a competition, not even if I'm winning, but I won't be winning because some of you are far ahead of me.
And the competition with Rebecca only works when it's with me. So
yeah, it's true. Oh my gosh, I'm covered in dust fuzzies. Like, where was I don't remember what oh no, wait. Trying to remember when I was down on my knees doing something. It's just showing the dust bunnies from the yarn we need to clean. Okay. So I'm just making a little pile on the floor here. I'll pick it up after we're finished filming. So we thought we'd offer a few more yarns while we're in this still. I consider it the Advent period leading up to the knit along. I have started. Well, I've started both of mine now, but that's just so I can stay ahead of y'all. And what's funny is I'm still not ahead of most of you. So I still have videos I need to edit for even just the cast on and the first increase. And some of you are past that. So I'm already behind. But if you haven't started yet and you'd like to join in and do this, that's totally okay. We don't have prescribed times or prescribed deadlines for knitting. If you want to come to our sit and stitches and show how things are going, awesome. If you'd like to post pictures on social media or send me pictures to put in the newsletter, fantastic. We have a Facebook knit along group where you can post your progress, both verbally, like in words or pictures, ask questions, that kind of thing. It's, it's meant to be, hey, maybe because other people are doing this, I have the courage to do it too. Or for those of you who have the courage already, it's, hey, I'd like to make one at the same time as everybody else. Let's just see what happens, because this sweater can look so different depending on the fiber, depending on the adaptations you make. Like this one just almost looks like a tunicky vest because I did the smallest things I could. I stopped whenever I could stop, like really short. Anyway, so we picked, but I think we picked 4 yarns today. And it was more me going, well, what about, and you maybe once in a while going, what about 4? See, haha, tossing stuff out there. One we mentioned yesterday, and we'll start with that one. It's the Belviso. And I brought in, I've got a pile of stuff over here. Belviso is, I think it's actually considered a fingering weight. I don't consider it like, it's not as thin as our fingering merinos, but the yardage and everything wise. Go ahead.
It's the same diameter, or it's in the fingering weight diameter, but because it's 60% cotton, 28% linen, and 12% nettle, it's not gonna fluff like a sheep or an alpaca yarn. It's dense. But
breathes.
Yeah. It's
plant fibers are better for summer.
Plant fibers get a little dense in their twist. It's not a bad thing. It's just that thing.
So before, and Liz is going to read some more stuff on there. I am making the Wisp raglan with this yarn. I'm using it. I think this is written for like a sport weight. So I'm using it like a sport weight. This is how it looks in the drape. And I'm about to put it on barber cord so I can try it on as quickly as possible while Liz is vamping. In just a second, I just want y'all to know I am knitting on a size 6 needle with this. This is how it looks and feels and drapes. And the Ranunculus is written for a size 10 needle. So it'll be more open. If you want to buy this stuff on sale for something other than Ranunculus, knock yourself out. Go ahead, Liz.
You get 394 yards per 100 grams. So it's on the less yardage side, but that's because it's heavier.
That's because it's plant fiber. It's a little bit heavier. Yeah.
They're recommending a US 1 to 3. It looks gorgeous on the 6
on the 6. Yeah. It's like, it's got what we call drape, which means it's going to just,
and they're recommending a B to an E hook.
Yeah, because it's teeny tiny, but you can do it on something bigger and it will be just fine, like this one. If you can go even, a 6 is a 4 millimeter, a 10 is a 6 millimeter. So it's a couple millimeters bigger, which for those of us who don't use the metric system, it's just like, but it's a little bigger.
We are retailing it for $26.50. And they have some really cool names. This one's Cleopatra. It's the green.
It's the green.
It's like a stone washed. It's not a bright green. It's almost like an olive green meets like
I called it an olivey green.
I mean,
all of these are really cool in my opinion. I call them, they have a stone wash look to them. They have a little bit of a white flecky intermixed look. And what's
this one's Rosalind,
because that's the character. A lot of these are named after Shakespeare characters, and then some of them just totally aren't.
And it's like a hot pink, but a muted hot pink.
It's almost like a rose pink with a little bit of white. Yes. So,
and then our charcoal. Was this the charcoal?
Yeah. We have two grays. I don't know if they're both. I don't think they're both in stock now. I don't think we pulled all the colors. I pulled most of them. I want to say there's a dark gray and a light gray. We might only have the darker one in stock right now. What's that?
It's Lady Macbeth.
This one I'm about to put on. I'm doing color work with the green and this blue, which is Beatrice. And I think this is the same as that, but that's okay. Yeah. And I thought that these two would be awesome for like bold, not bold, but like there'd be enough contrast. It's super muted color work. I still love what I'm making, but it's like an example of, oh, this will be great. No, not necessarily. Any of these with the color you're about to read off, maybe it would have more contrast.
The cream is Mona Lisa.
I'm giving her, there's a couple other colors. One of them we only have one of, which is not necessarily enough for Ranunculus. So
the purple is Ophelia. It's a pretty lilac-y.
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, they're all nice. And just like, look how drapey this is. It's wonderful.
And the blue is,
I think I
Beatrice.
said it. Yes. Anyway, doesn't really matter. Big long needle. On my barber cord so I can try it on. Can you grab that? Yank.
Oh, that drape's really nice.
Uh-huh. And the size I made is actually kind of clingy. Like the ranunculus is going to be a lot wider than this, but it shapes nice. It falls nice. It's not super stiff, especially when it's done on a bigger needle. It's soft to begin with. Some cotton is not this soft, or plant fibers. It's got the whole blend going on. So, but see, the color work is super, super, like some people right now watching at home are like, there's color work there. So it was a good experiment that it's going to have color work at the bottom. I'm supposed to go to like 7.5 inches. I think I'm at like a little over 6 right now before I do color work down here at the bottom that matches the sleeves. And we'll see if it shows up any better than, I'm just checking where that is because I think, yeah, it's another spot. Okay. We'll see if it shows up any better than the color work on the sleeves. If it doesn't, oh well. The ranunculus doesn't have any color work though. I think that it would be really pretty. It would be drapier than the one I just had on if you decided to make a ranunculus with the Belviso. It'd be a lovely summer top. It'd be great. So that's our first yarn. The second yarn, sure. We decided these just now, so I only have examples of like half of these. This is the one my example is at home. This is the metal tweed from Gedifra. It's got sparkle in it.
It's got a little bit of sparkle. It's got these almost rainbow tweed flax.
Yes.
And depending on what color the yarn is, that some of the colors don't show up. We picked it. It's got a halo. And
what does that mean, Liz?
It's got the
it's fuzzy.
That's
fuzzy. What that means.
So like if you look,
it's got a twist with fuzz. It's got alpaca in it, and that makes it bloom or have a halo, or it means it's going to be fuzzy. So you'll see stitches, but you might not see as much definition because it's fuzzy, but it will still look really cool.
And we debated on whether, just a short debate, it was, should we do this?
Fine.
People have done double-stranded mohair. People have done single-stranded mohair. So we figured, why not? Stats,
go ahead.
28% alpaca, 27% acrylic, 13% wool, 13% cotton, 10% nylon, and 9% polyester.
AKA it's got a lot of stuff in it, but it's got a steady twist core and a fuzzy halo and little tweedy flecks and a little bit of sparkle. It's got like everything you could ever want in a yarn if you like all of those things.
You get 225 meters per 50 grams.
And I want to say it's classified almost as a worsted weight, even though there's 225 meters on 50 grams. That's over 400 meters, and then add 10% for yards for 100 grams. So it sounds thin, but it's all the fluff. It wants you to knit it on, like it's recommending where's the recommendation of needle? A 4 millimeter, which, because it's all European on here. So it says 4. It's recommending a 6, which is what this is knit on. So knit on a 10, it will be fluffier and lighter, but warm, even though it's thin because of the fuzzy alpaca halo. It won't be like, I want to wear this in Alaska in the middle of winter, warm, but it will be warmer than what I'm wearing right now. And the cool thing about this yarn is no matter what color it is, I think we have all the colors out here. We're not going to go through them all in great detail because we have other yarns. But no matter what color it is, the tweedy flecks are all the same. There's like red and purple and blue and green. Like there's a whole rainbow of flecks. I think Liz already said that, of the tweedy little thing. See in there? I will try to remember tomorrow to bring in, I'm making a poncho with this color, with the coffee color. I'll try to bring it in. Can't wear it because it's a big rectangle right now. So you can see how it knits up. The coffee has like a white core with tan fuzzies and a gold sparkle to it. The sparkle doesn't show up on camera so much, but it's pretty awesome. So what you got?
The grass, it's a green, but it's got a brown halo around a green core
with all the
little fuzzies
and gold sparkle. The purple you're holding there, I think these are the only 2 skeins we have right now. So that's like 400. If you want to make a really small ranunculus out of the purple, or if you think of another reason to get the purple, it's actually called indigo, even though I'm looking at this as purple.
It has like a bright blue
Blue
core
core.
with purple fuzzies.
Mhm. And it's silver for the
Yes.
metallic. This one is called Smoke. It's a black core with a teal halo. It's so pretty. Teal fuzzies and silver sparkle.
Gold is a white core with gold fuzzies.
Gold. It's like a deep yellow,
Yeah.
a golden yellow.
I want to say it's silver.
Can you see? Yeah, I think it's silver in there. You would think this would be this would have the gold sparkle. I think it's got the silver sparkle.
My favorite is cherry.
Because it's red and
It's
black.
red core with black halo and gold sparkle. And then iridescent, it looks like a CD.
Yeah, I think we just got iridescent back into stock.
Yeah,
it's white and white.
White and white with a silver.
And
sparkle.
all the rainbowy stuff.
And
that
all
we
the
were just
rainbowy
saying.
stuff.
So next we have, I didn't bring in the sweater I'm making with it, but y'all know the sweater I'm making, hopefully, with these two colors. It's the Friday Harbor. If you want the thicker end of the spectrum, so you want a warmer sweater with thicker stitch definition, so not as lacy looking, and crisp stitch definition, and more of a winter sweater out of this, the Friday Harbor will be excellent. This is my Anissa shawl that I made out of the purple of the Friday Harbor. I don't remember the name. I only brought a handful of colors over here. We have a lot of colors of Friday Harbor, by the way, but we don't have huge stock. Like we only have about 3 of this lovely teal. Any of the colors, if you're like, I need enough for my ranunculus, you don't have enough, contact the shop. We might be able to order it, but you'll have to be patient and wait for it. So if you want more of this lovely teal that I'm knitting with at home right now, you need more than 3 skeins, contact the shop. Because how much is the yardage on this? Let's do stats.
It's you get 219 yards, so a really decent worsted weight for 100 grams. They're recommending you a 7, hand wash, cold, lay flat to dry.
It'll
It
be
is
so nice on a 10.
80% merino and 20% silk. I'm doing a couple of projects with it on a
It's
10,
squishy
and it
and
is
nice.
squishy and nice.
I really do like the Friday.
It has a nice matte finish to it. Like
Mhm.
it's not shiny. It's not.
It's got
it's
squishy
just-
stitch definition. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the eggshell finish or whatever on paint, where it's a nice finish. I like it.
That we have 2 greens. We have more of an olivey green and more of a spring green.
Capers is this one, and
And
that
this
one.
one's ivy. Capers. That does look like a capers green, like
Yeah.
little capers that I go back and forth on liking on food. Ivy. This one I forget, but it's purple. Look for the purple shade and see what it's called, because I didn't pull a skein of that.
Latte. It's a nice khaki.
There are
tan.
nice neutrals. There's latte, there's ecru. Some of these show a little bit more of like really subtle white tweedy flecks, and some of these have a little less of that. I love this color, burgundy. Oh my
It's one of my
gosh, it's a lovely if you want you want something like this, but a little heavier.
My Arctic wrap that I'm doing it with the burgundy and the teals.
Ooh, that's fun. That's a nice neutral.
This one is silver. It's
we
great.
have, I guess I didn't pull it off. I don't think we're out of it.
We have a charcoal.
We have a charcoal. Let me grab it. Here. We have orange.
We have orange. It is called pumpkin. Oh, you have one more
I
thing
have
with
the
this.
shawl. Yeah,
you have
I'll
the
grab it in a second. This charcoal with the ivy, not ivy, with the cream one, the ecru, looks awesome. We have, I bet this is called blue indigo. It's a denim. That yellow is fantastic.
It's a gorgeous, like sunflower yellow. They're calling it gold. It's yellow.
Yeah, it's not deep burnished gold.
Yeah.
This shows you how good the stitch definition is. This is my The Chain by Cheryl Faust. And it was done with the charcoal and the ecru. And just look at that. I mean, crisp stitch definition, color work looks beautiful in the Friday Harbor.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gorgeous. It's like the cables look beautiful. And then this is all garter mosaic.
Did you block that?
I did block this one. I did not block this one. I blocked this one to give it a little bit better shape. And mosaic is such that the backside doesn't always look as pretty as the front, but the front of this, just look at that. Gorgeous. Wonderful. Crescent shawls are sometimes easy to wear like this and sometimes a little more challenging. Look at those chains. All right, moving on to the next yarn. Don't you pick up your knitting? I'm kidding. What?
Do we have another yarn?
With the Chichi.
Oh, but you piled that in front of you.
That's why I did. The reason I didn't find the same thing, reason I didn't find the charcoal skein of this is something else was piled on top of it back there. So I have two different things to put on for the Chichi, but the Chichi is really kind of cool. I think it would make a good in-between ranunculus, like potentially a warmer one if you live in a place that doesn't get super cold, or it breathes more if you want something that has a little bit of plant fiber in a place that does get very cold. Go ahead.
It is 30% alpaca, 30% linen, 25% viscose from bamboo, and 15% micro tweed. It's got a lot of tweed in it, the micro tweed.
It's if you like tweed, it's fantastic. I made the Anchor summer shirt out of the pale blue because I was like, ooh, it's like what, linen, right? Viscose,
Linen,
the bamboo.
Viscose,
I was like,
and alpaca.
summer top. The alpaca makes it a little warm. Like right now, this is very lovely, but it's not super hot outside. The drape, I mean, take a look at this. The drape is lovely. It form fits just a little bit. If that's not what you want, don't pick this yarn.
They're calling it a sport weight.
Mm-hmm.
We
put it in the DK. So wait, they're calling, what's the number? Yeah, that's weird. I consider this a decent DK.
You get 274 yards per 100 grams.
That to me is more of a DK.
Yeah.
250, 270.
And mixing the plant and animal fibers will kind of do weird things to it.
Anchor summer shirt is written for a DK. I think the stitch definition is lovely on this. The other thing I used it for is the Nacho from last year, from local yarn store day last year. So again, just so you can see those Tweedy flecks. I made a Nacho out of the color that Liz is holding and a more neutral. And I'm trying to figure out if there's a front or back on this. I think this is the back. It's a lazy sweater. So trying to figure out where the, I think that's a point. So the point should be in the middle-ish. But look how pretty the yarn is, regardless of how it's been on a hanger for a while. But look at that. Like the drape is it's soft. The alpaca softens up and the linen softens over time. The colors are pretty. The coral at the top and the bottom of this is not the Chichi. You can't get Chichi in this coral. You can get it in a lot of other, we only grabbed a couple of these because I threw this in at the last minute. We've got like the neutral with that tealy color. Cyclamen is a pretty rosy color.
We have magnolia and jade vine.
Mm-hmm.
We have gorgeous mint green.
Mm-hmm.
They have some really pretty colors.
We got like almost like a tomatoey red. None of these colors are going to be really intense. Like this is as intense as it gets. They're not going to be like super bold, but they're going to be pretty. They're going to have a softness to them.
It's almost like the sherbet version of a color. Mm-hmm. Like it's just off.
So if you want Tweedy, this is probably the way to go for a nice light, somewhat lightweight ranunculus. And so, okay, to review,
we are retailing it for $22.50.
Thank you. And then all of these with the code product of the week with spaces will be 15% off in the online shop as soon as I get it there. So going thin to thick, let's see, the Belviso. It's weird because I would almost put the Chichi and the metal tweed at the same thickness, or possibly even this way. This is pretty thin, but it's fluffy. And this is not quite as thin, but it's got more plant fiber in it. And then we also have the Friday Harbor at the other end. So I've got random colors of this. Let me see. So thin plant fiber, fuzzier, little thicker, and more plant fiber, but a little alpaca. And then the Friday Harbor. And we'll see. So we're going to have that person leave a message because we have a couple more minutes before we start. It could be about our lesson today. We'll check that. But I'm gonna do my best to get these up in the sale categories before we publish this video. And I'm still working on some of the cast on videos and the increased videos for the Ranunculus so I can publish those. So if you're waiting for them, please be patient or just go ahead and give it a shot, you know, like awesome. So yeah, tomorrow's Dear Becky and Lizzie. I'm sorry, the phone like made my attention span go. So tomorrow's, it's not a thing, right? Tomorrow's Dear Becky and Lizzie. If you have any questions for us, email
Liz@sundragonartandfiber.com.
And if you don't, we'll just talk more about the Ranunculus or things related to the Ranunculus. Why not? Right. And then we have Sit and Stitch on Friday. So, and that is from 7 to 9 p.m. East Coast time in the United States. You get into Zoom with our shop phone number.
828-877-3550.
All right. I think we need to go answer the phone. So we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Ooh, like, subscribe, ring the bell, all the fun stuff. We're at 769.
Yeah, we hit 770 last night and then it went back down.